I come from that hustler culture, whether it was illegal or legal, I came from it. So in my mind, I was just already predestined to be a hustler, right? 16, I go to prison for attempt murder on robbery, right? I shoot a man, but he robbed me. So like in the streets, and a lot of people may not understand it, but in the streets, there's this thing where it's like, if I let you rob me, then I may not hustle no more because everybody can rob me. So it makes no sense. I'm free game. So I had to like set the tone, like, yo, like, don't play with me at all costs, right? So I get to prison, and while I'm in prison, I meet this guy. So I get jumped by two of my supposed to be homies, right? So I get jumped. We have that whole fight. We in the cell, fight for like 3 hours, man, because ain't no sergeants, ain't no guards. It's straight just get it how you live. And so I go to the hole, and I'm in the cell with this white guy, and I get in the cell, and I remember just being frustrated, like, man, like, I ain't finished, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't tripping, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I feel like they got the best of me, but I'm just like, I ain't finished, like, nah, like, I want some more of that. I want that action, you know what I'm saying? And I remember the white guy telling me just, yo, y'all playing the wrong game. And that caught me off guard, because just in prison, there's this, like, don't talk to me, fam. Like, you don't know me. We come from 2 different parts of the world. Like, don't talk to me. But later on, I realized, like, God, like, planted a seed in me in that moment. Right? And to win a 4-man cell. And inside of that cell, normally there's 4 people come in, but it's just me and him. And he's like, man, I don't mean no disrespect. I don't mean no harm, but y'all playing the wrong game. And I was like, but you ain't here with me. So what game you playing, fam?
Right.
And so again, I'm from New Orleans, so I had a red band on. And so a red band represents attempt murder, armed robbery, capital offense, capital violent offense. And so he had on a red and white band. So that means he's on a federal offense, right? So he going to the feds. It's crazy because in jail, like, feds is like, a fed trust like a type of hierarchy. Like you know something that we don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like you in college and we low. So I see the band and I'm like, damn, like immediately I'm like, oh, he might know something. You know what I'm saying? And so he was like, I'm like, well, what you in here for? Because in prison, you can say whatever you want to say, but your paperwork tells me exactly what you in here for. So he was like, man, I'm in here for embezzlement. So I took $2.8 million from a business I worked for, paid restitution at $800,000. I kept $2 million. I'm like, you lying. In my mind, I've never even, I've thought of those numbers. I heard them in rap music, but I ain't never saw them numbers before. So he pulled out his rap sheet and he showed me. And I see, the first time I ever saw the 7 digits with a comma and a comma. And I was like, oh. And so then he tells me, I can almost guarantee you hit in for something less than $100,000. I was like, damn, you're right. So then we start having, so at that moment now, the respect barrier has been gained, right? Like, cause and so people always say like, there's no honor amongst thieves, none of that. Gain, respect, gain.
Absolutely.
Anywhere across the world.
Big facts,
Right? Gain, respect, gain. And real dudes who in the street always want a way out.
For sure.
But we don't know no way out. We don't see no way out. Nobody teach us a way out and nobody speak the language. So he was like, listen, man, wealthy people do 3 things, man. And if you learn these 3 things, it'll change your life. Stop trading time for money. Start making money work for you. And then give as much value to people as you can. Because if you give value to people, you'll be wealthy forever.
It's a big bar.
Stuck with me. At the time, I get it. Remember, he has now set the status quo for me for money and everything. Like, so now I'm 16. I'm hanging on to his every word. Like every word he say, I'm like, that's gonna get me to the 2 million?
Word.
That's what I'm gonna do? And so as we continue to talk, he tells me that people, what wealthy people do is stocks, start a business, and then get into real estate. So those are 6 principles he gave me during the course of like 45 days that we're in a cell together. And then he goes to the feds, and then I go upstate. And so I spent the rest of my time in prison learning stocks because that was the first thing he told me. Had he told me real estate first,
Right.
I'd probably be the real estate traveler.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.